Dan Illman, Mike Beer getting set for a Breeders' Cup prep race at Keeneland on Saturday. Here's the Breeders Futurity, race number 9. We're going a mile and a 16th. It's a prep for the juvenile. $500,000 is the purse, 2-turn mile and a 16th. Check out this promo on DRF.com. It's the Breeders' Cup Bonus Bucks promotion. It'll allow DRF Bets players to earn a $100 bonus for the Breeders' Cup. The first race of this special series is the Breeders Futurity. Use the DRF Bets app to bet $50 to win on one horse in the race. Get a $20 bonus, win or lose. Sign up at promos.drf.com/BC bonus bucks. Wide open field, Mike. Double Thunder, multiple stakes winner, 4-1 morning line favorite. You can make a case for 8 horses in this race.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on in here. A very lightly raced bunch of horses. There's some talent on display, though, Dan. I think the horse to beat is probably drawn on the far outside, number 13, Classic Causeway, a very impressive debut winner, going 7 at Saratoga in fast time.
All about this post position for Classic Causeway as he stretches out for the first time. Let's throw up the time form US pace projector. He was quick out of the gate at Saratoga. He better be quick out of the gate with that short run to the first turn, because don't wait up the 5. Couple of other horses in this race. The 3 Stellar Tap has speed. Classic Causeway better not dawdle out of there.
Yeah, he's going to have to break alertly and then try to work out some kind of trip from the outside, whether that means, sending and trying to clear, or just trying to work his way over so he doesn't get stuck too wide around that first turn. But, the draw on the far outside post sort of ups his margin for error here.
Double Thunder, 3 of 4 for trainer Todd Pletcher, and he passed the 2-turn test in this race, the Sapling at Monmouth. It was a short field. There were 7 in here, but there were only 4 or 5 major contenders, and Double Thunder, you see, has work to do. He runs this horse down on the lead. I like how he does it. He is a little trier. He seems like an overachiever, and he also won the Grade 3 Bashford Manor earlier this year. He was getting going at the right time at the end of this race.
Yeah, he was. This is his first time stretching out, and he did handle it pretty well, I thought. It's not a great field. The horse that he ran down is also back in here. And so we'll just see if this horse can take another step forward. I actually felt like his first 2 wins were both solid performances, Dan. They just weren't fast. And his Sapling wasn't fast either.
Stretching out did the trick for the well-bred number 2, Mr. Booma, who stretched out from 5 to a mile at Ellis Park and did this. Improved the Buyer's speed figure, but only to a 60. Showed good speed, pressing the pace on the outside. Very game to win. He's going to have to do better as he steps way up in class.
Yeah, he's another horse with speed, though. He showed speed in his 5-furlong debut, dueled for a long way, and then got tired at the end and gave it up. He didn't give it up this time. He contested the pace most of the way. Stayed very gamely to sort of shake loose there late, and he just holds on at the end. He's another horse who has to improve, but he's got plenty of upside.
Stellar Tap broke the lifetime win record for Asmussen at Saratoga in his career debut. I thought he was very impressive in doing it, dueling inside with the chalk, hounding him, and then put that horse away. Stretched him out in the Grade 3 Iroquois. He was well bet. He made a mid-move. He tired. Your thoughts on that race? Is that sort of a flaw, maybe, this 2 turns?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, he certainly didn't run a great race last time in the Iroquois. He wanted. It looked like Santana wanted to make the lead with him, Dan. A couple of horses went to his inside. He couldn't get there, so they took a 3-wide tracking trip in there. When he went to challenge around the second turn, the winner came with him. The winner was wider than this horse, Major General. They dueled down to about the 8th pole, and Stellar Tap couldn't see out the distance while Major General went on. He didn't run terrible last time, but he didn't run great.
Seal Beach, the number 4, a maiden after only 3 lifetime starts, never off the board for Michael Maker. Second last time out at Churchill Downs. He had his chances in that race.
He did. I liked this horse early on at Saratoga. I thought he ran fine in his first couple of starts. I guess he ran fine again last time, Dan, but he didn't have an excuse.
Don't wait up's quick, but he's also a little bit of a handful leaving the starting gate. He likes to take a left turn or a right turn. And last time out, he broke sharp, but he also kind of impeded 2 horses to his inside. He was the only horse with experience in that 9-horse maiden race. He was facing 8 first-time starters, and he got the jump on him, as we see turning into the stretch. Now, the runner-up might be okay. Command Performance bounced out of this race, running second in the Champagne, but don't wait up. He had a great opportunity here to beat a bunch of firsters.
Yeah, this was a great spot for him, but he also, did what I think you wanted to see him do, Dan. He got right up on the pace from the start of this race. He handles a wet track just fine. He takes over there about mid-stretch and he's clear to the wire. This is a good performance for a horse who also ran pretty well in his career debut. This horse does have some ability.
Rattle and Roll is a son of Connect going out for trainer Kenny McPeak. This horse did well last time out, going 2 turns at Churchill Downs. Let's watch the maiden race. It was a race that didn't have a ton of pace up front, and Rattle and Roll, they went 49 to the half. There wasn't a lot of pace. He rolled by him to win by 3. It was a nice performance. The buyer's light, but I think it's tough to get a fast buyer when the pace is so slow.
Yeah, they walked on the lead in there. This horse got bumped at the start to wind up at the back of the pack. And then he just sort of sat in and among horses, well within range all the way around it. They were not going in front of him. When they came to the top of the stretch, he needed room. He got some down towards the inside, and he won very easy. I like the way he finished that race off. This is a horse where I also felt like he ran really well in his career debut, Dan. It felt like that sprint distance was way too short for him. He got rolling late in that race, though, and galloped out really well.
We saw American Sanctuary finish second to Double Thunder in that sapling. Maybe he moved just a little bit too early in that race, and he didn't quit at all. He was still trying to come back on Double Thunder when that one was easing up under the wire. I'm not sure if more distance is better for this horse, but he's been very solid so far.
Yeah, this horse has run fine in his races. I have no problem with anybody who says, yeah, he made the first move last time, and then Double Thunder made the last move and ran him down. Maybe that's valid. I still think Double Thunder ran a better race than he did.
King Curlin, the number 8, has only raced once in his career, finishing second in a turf race at Kentucky Downs. Son of Curlin should handle the dirt, but boy, you're talking about a gigantic hike in class for a dirt debut.
Yeah, I mean, this horse is going to be a huge price in this race. I guess his connections, I'm sure they like him, and they're going to take a shot here in a major race as he makes his dirt debut and his stakes debut. He's still a maiden. He's going to have to do a lot better.
I think the 9 Great Escape is a strong contender in this race. He ran very well in his career debut at Ellis Park, going 6 furlongs, really motoring at the end. And then last time out at Churchill, going 7, he handled Seal Beach with no problems. The buyers are going the right way. This is a very, very solid barn. I love the incremental stretch out in distance. 6, 7, now the 2-turn mile and a 16th. I believe it's within his scope.
Yeah, I agree with all that stuff. I definitely want to use this horse if he's anywhere around his morning line. I think he's run well in both of his starts. That was a pretty easy win last time. Just sort of sat on the outside the entire way until they asked him for his best at the top of the stretch, and he was a clear-cut winner at the end.
Max Time, the number 10, maiden winner in his second start for trainer Dale Romans. Let's watch that race at Ellis Park, going 7 furlongs. Max Time showed good speed, was hounded throughout. The paces you see solid. 45 seconds for the half. It looks like he could be in trouble, but he is all heart in the stretch to win it. 67 buyer.
Yeah, it digs down deep here. The pace was solid. He was up there sort of battling it out all the way, and he stays very gamely to the end. He's another horse in here who's got, something to find against some of these horses. He's going to have to improve, but that's not out of the question.
I think the 11 Costa Terra might be a little bit of a sleeper for Steve Asmussen by the hot first crop sire Gunrunner, a game debut winner over a wet track, only going 5/8 at Ellis. He then ran in this race. He was the beaten favorite in the Ellis Park Juvenile, going 7, but he's over and behind horses, as you see, turning into the stretch, Mike, and he's finally going to get clear. He's finally going to get clear. Is he ever going to get clear? There's the hole. And he's going to try to split horses, and he ends up finishing 3rd. But, Mike, I don't think this was a great trip for a horse in only his second lifetime start. I think he can do a lot better.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I feel like maybe, and I don't, it's hard to tell what was going on there, but I feel like maybe he was his own worst enemy there, Dan, because you could see in the upper stretch, he had plenty of time to get to the outside into the clear. And it just felt like even Santana was going left-handed. He was trying to get him there. I think this horse might have cost himself. It felt like he wouldn't go out to the clear. And then he had to try to split horses late, and that's far from ideal when you're trying to close. When I watched his debut, and I'm not saying that was, some kind of superior effort, but he did not look like a horse who wanted to sprint 5 furlongs that day. Totally outpaced, and then a really game finish.
Mike, did you think Kevin's Folly ran an underrated race in the Hopeful? He was no match for Gunite or Wit that day. But that track just seemed to be so speed favoring, and Kevin's Folly just sort of found himself in mid-pack, and some might say he clunked up for 3rd. I think he did okay in only his second lifetime start. I'm curious to see how he'll stretch out.
Yeah, me too. I could use this horse at a big price too, because I will give him the hopeful excuse of racing over a speed favoring track. This horse got a really good trip in his debut, but I also like the race that he ran, coming through on the inside and then pulling clear to the wire. And I thought he ran well first time. I could use this horse.
Here's Classic Causeway, causing a sensation at Saratoga. 7/8 is not an easy debut distance. This horse was working well coming into this race, yet was still dismissed at 13-1, and he took no prisoners. He went right to the front. He keeps on going. He earns a 90 Beyer speed figure. He is certainly bred to stretch out. It's all about whether this post position hinders him, because he's got ability.
Oh yeah, I mean, to me, he's the horse to beat in this race. This is a very impressive debut for a trainer who sent out some really nice 2-year-olds upstate this year. Dan, this horse just powered along on the lead in there, and he gave that field no chance in a fast race. To me, he's way the horse to beat.
And let's take a look at our top picks for the Grade 1 Breeders' Futurity. Rattle and Roll overcame a moderate to slow pace last time out. At this distance, which I think is very, very key, he might get a better setup this time around.
Yeah, I think he will. We'll see if he handles it. Obviously, he's too slow to win this race right now, but I think there might be mitigating circumstances there, Dan. I'm not going to judge him off the figures he's earned. The 2 times when he actually finished the races, I thought he ran really well both times. He had a big excuse in that race at Saratoga in August when he was pulled up with a little bit of an issue there.
Don't Wait Up is where I'm going to go for Johnny Velasquez and Tony Dutrow. He's got to break straight this time, but I don't think he necessarily needs the lead if another horse wants to go at it. I like the way he spurted clear from his rivals in upper stretch before holding off that Pletcher-trained first-time starter. I think he has some potential. 5-13-9-1 for me, 6-13-11-9 for Mike. Grade 1 Breeders' Futurity, big card at Keeneland on Saturday. Good luck.